All right, that's amazing. So thank you guys for inviting me for this space. Every time that I have a chance to talk with a member of ISEC, it is always a pleasure. But I don't want this session to be just boring, right? I know ISEC members, we have the energy, and I'm just seeing someone telling to someone that it's good for nothing. I was just laughing. Oh my God. But I mean, this is good, right? And thank you guys for these sessions. What we are going to do, I want to hear more from you, right? This is a growth space. And the title is On the Way to Your Destiny. So I think when they gave me this session, I've been thinking a lot, how can I deliver this session so that you guys that are in the call or the member of ISEC or the new members actually can understand the growth path that they have to take, right? So I would love if you guys can participate. If you have a question, just feel free to stop me. If you have ideas, you have comments you want to share, please feel free to do that. Is it all right? Are you on the same page? I just want to hear your voice, so you can just unmute yourself and say, yes, it doesn't bother me, it's fine.
Yes, we're here with you.
All right, that's good. So yes, who's behind the screen, right? I'm Silvere Atsou. You are going to get to know more about me when I am presenting this screen because I want to take you to a journey, right? I want us to take a growth journey together today, and I want you to have a paper and a pen with you. This session is going to be interactive, it's going to be informative and actually reflective. So we are going to reflect a little bit about ourselves, our journey, what we want to do. So I'm a leader, I'm also advocate for youth engagement in development. You're gonna hear more about that when I'm talking. In my ISEC journey, actually, I was a member of ISEC in Togo. I was a member of ISEC in Uganda, and I was part of ISEC International as membership subcommittee. So I was LCVP for the new member. This is a local vice president. I was MCVP twice, MCVP in Togo, and my department was marketing and communications, right? Then I became MCP of ISEC in Uganda, and at that moment also I worked with ISEC International. So this is my Facebook, Silvere Atsou. You go to Facebook, you will see a lot of initiative and things that I'm doing personally and with my organization that I will talk to you later. Okay. Now, to start with this session, right? I want to share with you my experience. I'm going to share with you my growth experience and how this can help you also draft a journey or draft a growth path for yourself. First of all, I'm from Togo, so you can even hear it from my accent. I'm a French-speak native, and I was born in Togo. You know, I did everything in Togo, so basically, I do not speak English. I did not speak English, right? Till I joined university. You know, I had a very challenging childhood, but this is not what we are going to talk today. Then I joined the university. I was still thinking about who I am as a person because I was a very shy person, right? I cannot talk. I could not talk. I always in my space. I always in my corner, right? So when I joined university, I was still thinking about what exactly am I going to do in this life. You know, I choose my career, like what I was studying, because I did not have the opportunity to do what I wanted. So I wanted to be a doctor. Then I failed that test. So I started doing the economics. So I was not really passionate about that, right? Then luckily I met member of ISEC. So they talked to me about the organizations. And I'm like, yeah, this is good. But I was too shy to join the organization because there was a lot of people in the organization. There are a lot of people there. So I'm thinking, can I really join this thing? Because I'm a shy person. But I took that step and I joined the organization. I was a member of ISEC. I started as a member. We were doing this, one of the projects, we were teaching English, right? So we basically bring people from Nigeria to Togo. So it's West Africa. I know maybe some of you don't know Togo, but it's a small French country in West Africa. So what we will do is we bring people from Ghana, from Nigeria to come and teach people in Togo English. And I remember one of the things that marked me a lot. I was talking to one student about join ISEC or participate in our English class. And the person was asking me, do you speak English? I was like, no, me personally, I don't speak English. So he was asking me, why are you inviting me to learn English if you personally, you are not speaking English? So that's one of the things that really bothers me a lot. So from that, I decided to do everything to learn, right? I really, before I talk to you about something, I need to be able to know that stuff, right? It's like business. I cannot share a proposal. I cannot share a business with you if I don't know the business. I cannot sell you a product if I've not used the product. So I started taking a lot of steps in ISEC. I was LCVP, marketing communications. After that, I was MCVP. In that journey, I was still learning a lot of things, right? And we'll talk about the learning space. I was learning a lot of things about, I gained confidence now, I can talk to people, I can speak in front of people. I was doing a lot of stats, but when I was MCVP in Togo, I was asking myself, what exactly do I want? What is my goal? What is my vision? Like, why am I on earth? Then I realized that talking to people, doing entrepreneurship, being part of a very great conversation is what I really like. But I cannot do that. I cannot do that if I cannot speak English, because the goal is to travel around the world and talk to people and speak to people and change people's lives, teach them things about life, teach them things about leadership, about entrepreneurship, right? But how can I do that if I cannot speak English? At that moment, my English was really basic and I could not really have a conversation. Then I decided I will go to an English country. Just like that. I was like, yeah, for me to be able to achieve my goal, I need to learn English. So that was the step. Then I applied to be MCVP in Uganda. I did not know anyone there. I remember when I went to my parents, tell them, hey, I'm going to Uganda after being selected. They are like, oh, do you know anyone in Uganda? I said, no. Oh, what are you going to do there? I actually lied to them. I told them I'm going there to do a job and they're going to pay me. They don't know that. I was going there to volunteer, which was one of the biggest steps that I took in my life to be able to achieve what I want. It's really important for me because if I've not traveled to Uganda, I've not learned English, I won't be able, I want to be where I am today, right? And talking to you right now. If I haven't taken that step, or maybe being member of ISEC, or I've decided to learn things, I won't be able to achieve or to be where I am today. So that was the big step of my life, from Togo to Uganda. And you can see in the picture, the first picture actually, this is my first day when I reached Uganda. Then I had an amazing experience. 2.5 years in Uganda was amazing, right? I'm going to talk to you about that. Now, because I was telling you, this is going to be a journey that we are going to draft together. My question to you here is, what is your biggest goal? What is the goal? What is that vision that you have? I know maybe some of you are new member of ISEC, some of you are already member of ISEC, but I want us to keep thinking about it, because that's what I do. Even if you see me around, I always write the goals, like what I want to be, who I want to be, my achievement. I always write somewhere there, then I always see it, right? So I want this to just for members of ISEC who already have your goal. I want this to be a reminder for you. But for you new members that are joining ISEC today, or maybe the member of ISEC, what is that goal that you have? What is that vision that you have? This is the moment where I will ask you if you want to share. It's really okay. You can just unmute yourself and share. But I will give you 1 minute so that you can write it down. Is it okay? Are you guys with me? I just want someone to talk so that I know I'm not talking to just a computer here.
Hi,
Mm-hmm.
I'm Sarah, and one of my biggest goals for just in life is to open up my own therapy practice, so that I can like help people that have mental problems, that have mental issues, that are victims of abuse, that are just going through hard times. So that's one of the goals basically in my life.
That is good. This is amazing. This is Sarah, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think this is great. I like that. Is there any other person want to share?
Hello,
Yes, Hassan.
hello. My name's Hassan. Now, one of my biggest goals, basically, it's to have a stable work-life balance. To work, it's not like it was to start my own business. Uh, but right now, it's to work. Like it's to have a stable life, to have a good life. But in general, just to have a good life, to raise a good family, to raise them with the good values, raise my family with good values, to respect people, to help people, raise a good family, and basically that's it in the long run. Raise a good family, have a good family, help my family, have to help other people, because I think that uh, personally you cannot help other people if you don't help yourself, you don't respect yourself, and in the long run, you don't like your family and your next and kin. You don't actually nurture them and nurture their mind to actually help to actually have the same values of respecting other people. If we don't start with ourselves and our next and kin, then the society as a whole we cannot help them. This is what personally, like, I believe.
This is good. This is absolutely good, right? And I see someone. I'm going to come back on them. I see someone in the group. Aman Ali say, my goal is to upskill and educate myself enough to support myself and my family. This is perfect. This is amazing. Now, I know everyone wants to share, right? I wish we have like one day to work on this session, right? But for people who haven't shared, actually, you can just write it down because it's really important. We are going to talk about it. One of my biggest goals in life is to work with an advertising agency in order to raise awareness about some brand causes and help them attract more customers. And someone, I see Joe Aria Khan to do something about existential risk posed by AI, artificial intelligence. That's good. That's good. Now, I know we all have our dreams. We have goals, right? But there is one thing that's taking us away from that dream. Right? I have the dream I want to achieve there, but there is something in the middle. What do we call it? Challenges. For you to be able to, you talk about have a stable work-life balance. This is something that's really good. And this is something that actually a lot of people in the working environment today are facing these challenges. You know, how to balance your life, how to be able to do work and business and being a parent. You know, how do you balance that? And I can tell you, you learn all dating in Isaac, right? Being member of ISEC and having actually two roles. You know, you are maybe a national support team for this country. You are working with in the local team. You have your state, you have your school. You know, so you learn everything. You learn everything from ISEC. Now let's talk about that. I'm going to talk a little about my challenges. And then when I come about the challenges, we are going to take your goals and think about them and say, what are the challenges that we will face right now? I see someone want to become you want to create your own business, right? This is good, but where do you learn the business skills from? You learn them from Isaac, you know. So the challenges that I face, I will come back a little bit on my story. The challenges that I face as when I reach Uganda, I'm from Togo, and I do not speak French. I do not speak English, sorry. And then I'm actually in a country where everything is in English, like everything is in English. On the road, people you talk to, it's in English. It was really challenging for me at the first time to be able to connect with people. We were in the meeting with my team. I was MCVP. I could not talk, right? I go to the training sessions. People are delivering training. I cannot deliver the training. Why? Because I cannot speak English. And I was trying so much. I was trying so much to be able to learn, right? But it was not possible. So I have to keep thinking about why exactly am I in Uganda? I need to come back always on the vision. Why am I in Uganda? Why am I here? Because I really need to learn English. So if I don't overcome the challenges, it's going to be really, it's not going to be good. It's going to be really challenging as well for me. So for you guys right now, if you want to be able to have a stable work balance, you want to create your own business, you want to join different organizations, what is the challenges that you are facing right now? And I remember in Uganda, I had to deliver training, right, for some members, and I could not deliver it. And I was speaking French, English. People cannot really hear me. It was so embarrassing. But at some point, I came back to myself. I go back to my room. I usually cry. I cried a lot. I was like, no, this is not what I want. I really need to step up, right? So for you right now, I'm going to give you a little bit of time to think. If you want to have a stable work-life balance, if you want to create your own business, what do you need? What is holding you back? If I talk about what is holding you back, is it, I took some notes here. What is it? Is it the knowledge that you don't have, like you want to create your business? I remember Mr. Raho in the previous call was talking about the challenges that entrepreneurs face in Dubai, is to be able to transform the idea that you have into business. This is one of the biggest challenges, right? So if you want to create your own business, is that challenge are you facing? Or is it a knowledge challenge? Is it family? Is it money? What is the challenge that is holding you back on achieving what you want? Is it, do you need more time? Do you need more education? What do you need to do? What are these challenges? So the next point is, what is holding you back on achieving your dream? Right? And this time I want to give you the opportunity to share again. If you feel free to share, or maybe you can write it down so everyone can talk. I hope you can hear me clearly, or you can understand what I'm saying.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the main challenges, and basically I think this is general because every person in my age, I'm basically like around 24, 25, but I mean every person in my age who lives in a country where basically like the unemployment is very high. Many people are under the poverty rate
Mm-hmm.
in general, and many people are leaving the country. Like I live in Lebanon, but like I'm Lebanon from Dubai, it's in and out. But like when you go to a country like Dubai, you see the differences like night and day. But like like in general, many people face this difficulty. Like you don't have the experience, don't have knowledge. But
Mm-hmm.
also, it's not just you don't have the experience and don't have the knowledge. It's getting this experience, getting this internship, getting this knowledge, and from where do you get it? Like like right now, I'm a member of Isaac, so I have the opportunity to get this experience and to get this knowledge. But somebody else, no way, they don't. You have the people who are living in the rural areas. First of all, like right now, Corona and everything, and the schools, they are online. These people, no way, like they don't have access to laptops. And of course, in Nigeria, in other countries, in other rural areas, in Argentina, where there are urbanization, they are rural areas, you tell them online, schools is online, they don't have access to online. So this is where I go back to this point that knowledge, opportunities, internships, I'm also speaking in general, and these people don't have the capacity. Also right now in Lebanon, and this was in the news, like 300,000 people. Imagine you have a country that's 4 million only, 6 million maximum, including the refugees, 4 million, 300,000 of these 4 million, and most of them are like from the youth, they just went out. Like one moment they just went out, 300,000 went out of the country. That's because opportunity, no nothing. So this is like one of my main point, and this is also general that applies to everyone.
This is amazing. I get your point. I will come back on it, but I want to give opportunity to someone also to talk about what are the challenges that you see out there. And Hassan, you have a valid point. I totally agree with you, but I will come back to your points a little bit later after I hear from the rest of the people. Right? I see Jowaria, I hope I'm pronouncing her name well. More knowledge, probably a clear direction. That's good. Okay, these are the challenges that we always face as young people. Anyone want to share? I see only Hassan is speaking, right? This guy is very proactive. But what about the rest? Clara, I see Clara here. That's what I do. It's unfortunate that we are not meeting physically, right? I will be pointing you. So what about Nitin? I see Mohammed here. I see Samin here. Ronald. I want everyone to talk, right? Then I know that we are in the session together. I want it to be interactive. So anyone want to share, the challenges that you see out there, the challenge that you are facing personally? I'm giving 30 seconds. I will stop talking. 30 seconds.
If nobody wants to go, I can go.
Yes, please.
So one of the challenges on my journey to opening up my own practice is more knowledge. So I only have a bachelor's currently, and I think to open up my own practice, I would at least need a master's degree or a PhD, where I would know not just how to run a practice, but also the knowledge that comes with running my own practice, and the people underneath that would work underneath me or with me. So I think more knowledge is one of my main one of my main challenges right now. And
Okay.
I think the next step would be to just get a certification or get another degree or work towards getting another degree.
This is good. This is good. Knowledge is a challenge. That's one I agree. I'm going to ask someone. Eunice, you say one of my biggest goals is to work with advertising agency, right, in order to raise awareness about someone. What is your challenge on achieving that? Is it Eunice, if you can speak?
Yes, it's Younes. So the biggest challenge for me, I think it would be to advertise to different ethnic groups, to different cultures, and that will be the main challenge. Is the way to send the same message, but without raising without creating any cultural barriers between ethnicities. If for example one targeted message will not be the same as the one that I would send for this person, but
Yeah.
it still needs to be the same message because if not, then the message will be useless. So that will be one of my biggest challenges if I ever work with an advertising agency.
Good. This is amazing. Thank you guys for sharing this. And then I really hope the rest of the team or people, the member of ICE, actually, you are writing down the challenges, because it's something that we need to work on, right? And I start with Hassan. You have a valid point. You talk about opportunities. You talk about people out there who are suffering. You talk about the lack of opportunities, and I can say, what do you call this in ISEC? Why am I forgetting? I'm going to put it like people don't have money, people don't have funds, right? People lack resources. Actually, that's the name. People lack resources. But the question to you right now, me to you, Hassan, if I'm actually in one-to-one session, I will ask you, what are you going to do about it? Right? Right now, we are member of ISEC. That's what we do as member of ISEC. We develop other young people. We give them the opportunity. If today you see, I'm not sure if you are in Lebanon right now, or maybe I don't know which country we are, but me, I'm from Togo, and I'm going to explain to you what I'm doing in Togo to achieve that, or to overcome that challenge, right? Or not only in Togo, but the whole Africa. What about if you are in Lebanon? What about to write a project about that? People writing in COVID. You can write a project and find a way to get these projects funded, and you can support people. And a lot of people are doing that. But the challenge on doing that, on creating actually the project, or maybe writing down something to support, is the knowledge, because we need to know how am I going to write the project, right? If I have the project, how am I going to defend the project in the UN to support me? right? You talk about lack of opportunity. How do I bring the opportunity to these young people out there? So this is something that we need to, as a member of ISEC, it's part of our goal. I know you talk about the challenge that you face personally, but you also talk about the challenge that other people face. If it's a challenge that other people face, we need to do something about it. That's why we are in ISEC. That's why we are gaining these skills how to speak in front of people so that you can go out there and speak to people. That's how you are learning how to win a business, right? How to defend your business idea. You learn that in ISEC, you create your own project, or you create the project with ISEC, you go back to the partners and say, guys, in Lebanon, we see this challenge. In Argentina, we see this challenge. In Togo, we see this challenge. How do we do? What do we do? If people need more knowledge, then let's create sessions. If people need more education, then let's create education for them, right? This is where it's challenging for us as young people. And someone talk about creating a business, like saying that you are in Dubai and no, I think you talk about it where you don't have that opportunity. You are very young and people don't see that, hey, you can do this. I mean, at some point you have to speak up for yourself. Why am I saying that? Because as member of ISEC, we are out there to change the world. That's what we say. I always say that. I was member of ISEC or changing the world. I travel a lot. I talk to people. I know every time I talk to people, I want to change someone's life. If my session is not helpful to you today, at the end of the session, I feel like I failed. Because that's what I do. I talk to people. Right? Aside of what I do, I want to change people's life. But if I do a session to you right now and then you don't see the value in the session, then there is no need for the session to be there. If I'm doing a project now and see that the outcome is not there, why am I going to do the project, right? So that's why it's important for us to be able to identify what exactly I need to do. Because you can always say that, yeah, I have the challenges, but you know, the challenge is always there. And you maybe you were expecting someone to do, or they expect the change to come. We are the one going to come, to bring the change. Someone talk about the knowledge. Yes, of course, you need the knowledge. Now, where do we get the knowledge? I was listening to this guy, Elon Musk, was saying, basically today you can learn everything everywhere. Like today, I downloaded Udemy. I don't know if you know Udemy is a platform where you can learn. I downloaded this application, the Harvard Business University. They have different courses on internet that you can just pay $100 and then you have your certificate. I have all this, right? Because I want to keep learning. So if I have a free time, like weekends like that, I just pass a course and I pay like $100. I have a certificate. Like, oh yeah, now I have a certificate to speak in front of people, have a certificate to have this, I have a certificate to do this. So this is where you learn from. And that's the good things in ISEC. You see, right now, you see Hassan. Hassan has a lot of knowledge about something. You know, I know the MCP, Monica. Monica is the current CP, right? Monica has a lot of experience. She traveled a lot. So if you need knowledge, you need to come to call Monica and say, hey, Monica, I need this. How do I do this? I think that's what I did when I was a member of ISEC. You know, today I'm into marketing. I'm going to talk about your advertising idea. I'm in marketing and communication, right? Where do I learn? I do not do anything related to online class. No, I learned marketing by doing in ISEC. So because I was MCVP, I was MCVP marketing twice, LCV marketing. And today, I don't think you can send me in a company to tell you to sell you a product and then I refuse to do that. And today for my organization, how I market, all these ideas that I learned, right, that I got in ISEC. And actually Photoshop, you know how to make a poster. You need to learn all that. You don't need to actually pay someone to create your poster, pay someone. I do everything myself. So all this knowledge, where do you learn it from? In ISEC. But you have to, today we are so lucky, we have internet, we have everything, you know? So we need to, if you the knowledge, you need to learn. Someone, I think it is, I don't remember. You said you need a certificate, you need a master's degree. You don't need to wait for the master's degree before, right? You can just look for a specialist in your area. Then you look for him on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. Then you start talking to the person. Hey, I'm passionate about this. You know, how can I help you? That's how a lot of people actually got they got internship. You need to start. You can have your bachelor, but you are passionate about something. You just need to find a way to get in touch with these people because, you know, people you surround with are the one that gives you more clarity about what you want in life. So if you want in the area, you need to know who you choose as your friends or who you choose to talk to. Actually, we have this opportunity in Dubai, or you have this application called Meetup. You can get into Meetup, and then you look for people in your area. You meet them every day. Because you meet them every day, and then you keep studying, you will see that you will start being practitioner. You have the experience. The only thing that's remained for you is the paper. Then you have the paper, you are good to go, right? So those are the things that I want us to. It's really important to understand what are the challenges, because if you know the challenges, it's easy for you to overcome the challenges and then achieve the goal that you have. I think someone talked about marketing advertising. Let me ask you one question. You know, today we have Facebook everywhere, right? We have brands everywhere. You have, you have cars. So how do these people market? When you are talking about the market and advertise related different cultures, today you have UN. UN is in every country, right? They do different projects. How do they advertise, right? So those are the questions that you need to keep asking yourself. Oh, if this company, like in Dubai, we have Zomato, right? How do Zomato advertise? Because before you put out your brand, the brand need to solve a need. If the need is in all the country, you don't even need to communicate because people need it, right? Now, today you see Facebook, all these big companies, they have a strategy, they have a marketing strategy that they use to advertise their product, they advertise about culture. You can just go to Lebanon and Togo, we have different culture, but you use the same Facebook because there is a need. So you need to be able to learn about that. Go to these giants companies, learn about them. Go to Google, write anything about marketing, how to advertise. You will have the knowledge. And when you have the knowledge, it's really important to start practicing. Because I believe, I'm going to give you an example. You don't start anything today and then you succeed. It's obvious, you need practice. You know, if you want to be good in something, you need practice, right? So that's what I want you to do. So the second exercise you will do, maybe after this session, write down all this talent that you face. If it's knowledge, how am I going to get the knowledge? If it's a strategy, how am I going to get the strategy? I know Monica, Hassan, the current MCP, the MCP-elect Ahmed. These are the people that have a lot of experience. And this guy, the HR, you have someone who was talking, I think, what's the name? They are talking about HR, they are talking about a lot of things that you as a person can learn. And if you want to create your business, you need to know how to manage people. Then you need to learn a little bit about HR. You need to know how to market. So you need to go a little bit with the marketing team, right? You need to know how to conduct a meeting. Then you start asking people, hey, I want to conduct this meeting. You need to know how to present your business idea. So you need to learn how to present. You start leading this kind of conference. So we are talking about growth. And for the next point that I will talk about is the decisions and the learning. What are you going to decide to do as a person? If it's the knowledge, yes, which kind of knowledge do I need? Is it marketing, business, HR? Someone talk about artificial intelligence. Then there is a lot of course in Google about that. You need to start learning about it. You start hearing people talking about it. You have TED. People are talking about AI every day. People are talking about marketing. So you basically have the knowledge there. The way to practice, you have Isaac. You learn something, you come to the team and say, guys, let's practice this, right? You want to speak, you want to know how to lead a meeting, create a meeting, if a Zoom meeting, then you start talking to people, right? So basically, what is the decision? And what was my decision at that moment? I think I've decided to learn English. I decided to go out. Then I was in Uganda, but I decided I applied for a conference to go to Kenya. So I started traveling. I went to Kenya. I delivered a session. I could not speak English, but I was trying. I remember in one weekend, I visited seven universities. Those are our LCs in Uganda. I visited all these universities, talking to people. I started interacting with people. And in 3 months, I was able to speak English. I was able to apply for MCVP. I was applying with someone to apply for MCP, to be president of ISEC in Uganda, with someone who was English speaking native from Tanzania. Then we all MCP, we pass, we go through the whole MC process, the election, you present your ideas, and people choose me. Why? Because they see how I managed to. I did not fear. I was not saying that this challenge is too much. Hey, if I apply, people won't like me. Hey, maybe if I write this project, I will succeed. No, I was not looking about that. I just decide I want to learn English. I want to apply for MCP. What do I need to do? What is the decision that you guys are taking right now? If it's the learning, and I know I'm talking to you about this. I think we need to write down your growth plan, right? So if you want to learn about events and project management, because if you need project management, then you need to write this down. And in ISEC, we have opportunity. This event that you guys are organizing is amazing. Digital marketing, how do you learn about that? Today in ISEC, we have this opportunity. You can be in Dubai here, and then you work with a country in Africa, right? Or you work with ISEC in let's say in South Africa, or ISEC in Tanzania. These people, they have different reality. You can write, you can work with ISEC in the Netherlands, ISEC in Colombia. These are big entities. So you can apply for national support team. They ask you to give just 30 minutes per hour per day, or maybe 1 hour per day, which you can find. And you work, and then you gain experience. So someone was talking about advertising in different culture. You really need to apply for NST for different countries. NST for Colombia, Africa, Tanzania, Uganda, so that you can learn a little bit about these people culture. I know with the context of COVID now, you cannot travel. So, if not, I will tell you, travel around the world, right? But today you have this opportunity. And yesterday you had someone, what's her name? I forgot. She delivered a session about ISEC or something. She's part of the national, the regional team, RST, regional support team. Right? So you have these people who have these roles. You have exchange program. I don't know if I know. Last time in your conference, we were talking about reinventing ISEC products. So I don't know if the exchange program is there now, but I know that you guys have a partnership with Expo 2020, DP World. So these people that are coming to Dubai here, get in touch with them. Create your own, network to understand what is people, how is it like to work with different people, right? You need to have these practice experiences, like what we are doing right now, presenting experiences. You need to develop business development skills. It is really important because in this world, whatever you do, if you want to be a family man, you need to know how to manage people. And this one you learn from HR. Right? If you want to have a very good relationship, you need to know how to manage people. You need to learn this one from HR. And these are business development skills that you need to come to ISEC and you say, hey, this is what I want to learn in the ISEC. Before I leave ISEC, I want to be able to do this. I want to be traveled. Practical experiences, to be like organize such events, right? When I know you guys will have Global Money Week is coming. So you need to ask the MCP, hey, Global Money Week, what do you want me to do? You want me to market? And the person who's talking about marketing and advertising, you can just take the poster and like, okay, I need to convince 3 people to participate to this, right? How do I package this, the message for them from different countries to be able to understand? So ISEC gives you that opportunity to learn. ISEC gives you that opportunity to grow. And I can tell you, without ISEC, I cannot be where I am today. I'm seeing the time. So I want you to write down in the next 1 minute. What's your decision? What do you think you have to? What do you think you need to do? What do you want to learn? If you talk about knowledge, what do you want to learn? I want you to write it down. And if someone wants to share, we have 1 to 2 minutes we can share. I don't know if you guys are getting me. If you are there, I think you can just write. Let me see the participation. You can just speak, or you can just do a sign so that I know that you are there. Hey, Isaac. Okay, let me see the chat. WhatsApp. Okay. So anyone want to share? I see someone write something here that I will talk about a little bit later. You want to share anything? I would really like to hear from you. I'm not here to share, right? I'm just here to learn from you as well, right? So please, guys, feel free to talk. Okay. Guys, you can talk. Hassan, are you there? You are the one who always open the mic for
Yes.
people. Yes. So if you have anything in your mind, please share. And
Uh,
Hayum, we come back to your topic later. Yeah, please.
yes. What do you want me to say about challenge or
What you think you can do? What is your
um
growth? What do you think like the change will come from? What are you planning to do?
basically well before I want to leave Isaac, you made that point a little time ago. Basically, I want to learn about how to talk to people, how to communicate with people, and this is one of the main points. Another main point is marketing. I want to focus mainly on marketing, mainly on how to market to people, like how
Yeah,
to talk to people, how to communicate with people, and how to market to people, like mainly on marketing. Now, another thing is that now, as I mentioned, I live in Lebanon and I also go to Dubai, so and it's like in and out.
yeah,
Now, now I've seen in Lebanon and in Dubai, so I've seen how life is in Lebanon, how people are struggling.
yeah.
Now, what I'd like to do is basically, um, like I want to see how Isaac, because I know that Isaac like used to before pre-corona, like used to send people, the global talent and the global volunteer
Yeah,
program, the global teacher program. They used to send people to teach people, like as you mentioned, in Uganda and Togo, teach people English, the English language.
yeah.
And what I want to do is what I want to do is to help these people, because in Lebanon we have people, as I've mentioned, don't have even access to internet. Like
Mm,
simply, they just don't have access to internet, and
mhm.
everything right now is, as we know, online. So
Yeah,
what I want to do is I want to help these people. I want to help them. How should I say? Become members of Isaac, basically. Like I'm going to be very honest. I
yeah,
want them to. I want Isaac to help me to acquire the skills of how I can help these people. Because these people, they are eager to learn. They
mhm.
want to learn. They want
Yeah,
to achieve. No, like when you go on the streets, these people always go on the streets because they want to make their point clear that they want basic rights. When you
mhm.
go on the streets, you meet these people. You meet the child, the 8-year-old child, and you talk to him.
Yeah,
Very simply, he will tell you very bluntly, I want to eat. I want to support my family. I'm willing to learn. I'm dedicated, but I want an opportunity. So
yeah,
basically, when you talk to this child and you tell him, I will teach you. I will teach you organization development. I will teach you organizational behavior. I will
yeah,
teach you leadership skills. English, very simply, I only knows how to talk Arabic
yeah,
because this is our native language. Tell him, I will teach you English. I will teach you any skill. I will teach you for free. First of all, I will not believe you, but then they will tell you, okay, I'm in it full time. Even an 8-year-old child on the street, he will tell you, I'm in it full time,
yeah.
full dedication. So,
Mhm.
like I'm looking for a way to help these people and maybe even nurture a new generation of Isaacers, even young Isaacers. We're talking about 8-year-olds. You know what I mean? This is what I mean, like
This,
new generation of people who are willing to learn and
this is
fully dedicated.
this is really good, and I like the way you put it, and I think it's something that you need to write down, and you have to really work hard to achieve it. It's really important, and I think I will come back into the call to actions, and during the call to action, there's something that I will want everyone to do, and I think you will put your point there. This is so amazing, and I see someone thank you, Hassan, for your point, right? I see Aman Ali who wrote in the group that I want to meet new people, understand new people, learn from their experiences, and see things through the new perspective. This is amazing. And where do you learn new people from? Isaac. And I know you want to believe these things, right? But when everywhere I go, I present myself as Isaac member, then you found help anywhere. Just I know when we are in ISEC, we used to say, "Hey ISEC, what's up, hey ISEC?" Just get into plane. I tried that before. I was traveling from Romania to Uganda, right? I went for IPM, so I wanted to see how many people of ISEC are in this plane. Then I say, "Hey ISEC." Then you see people are like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, what?" I mean, that's how you meet people, and because people know ISEC, everywhere you go, if you tell me you're a member of ISEC, go to the airport and then say, "Hey, ISEC," you will see someone there will say ISEC back to you, right? And today you have ISEC groups on Facebook. You have ISEC in different countries. I'm not sure you are going to anyone in this country and say, hey, I'm a member of ISEC. The person will say, no, I don't want to talk to you. So if you want to meet people, new people, you have the opportunity, you have to do it through ISEC. And coming back to Fayomi, you see, yeah, challenges are everywhere, even in Nigeria, even in Togo. I will explain to you that. And I think people think that maybe it's only Africa we have these challenges. The challenges are everywhere. The corruption is everywhere. That's why we are building leaders. Because remember, if you take the vision of ISEC and you see what we do as a people for ISEC, we want to build leaders that will come and lead the world. Because we always say, I think in the essence of ISEC, if I remember everywhere, the world's biggest problem, the one solution for all the challenges in the world is the leadership problem, right? And if you see corruption somewhere, it's a leadership problem. If people are suffering somewhere, it's a leadership problem. I'm going to give you an example of Dubai, in which we are right now. I know people, you know this story. People say 20 years ago, Dubai is not the same, but who created this, who makes sure that this environment is here, is the leaders. And today you see they celebrate the leaders in this country, and I really appreciate that. So if the rest of the countries also can have good leaders, I mean, that is good. But who are going to become leaders in those countries? It's us who will do in ISEC today. So I know, Fayomi, you join ISEC, if you have the leadership experience, I can tell you in the next 100 years, I'm not sure all the leaders that you have right now is going to be there. And maybe some of us want to be there as well. So you see in the next 100 years, everyone in the world is going to disappear. Next 100 years. But in between that, who are we, like for us? I'm just going to say in the next 50 years, all the leaders that you have, people who have 60, it's a fact. I'm not wishing anything, it's a fact. And I hope I know you agree with me, it's a fact. That's in the next 50 years, all the leaders that you have right now, they won't be there. But who are going to lead? Who are going to lead now? It's us. So we need to have these skills. We need to be able to have this skill to create a better place for our future. That's why it's so important. I think, Hassan, you said it. It's so important that you need to go there and communicate this to the other people. Guys, learn about ISEC. Guys, learn these new skills. Because I think leadership is the fundamental solution for all the challenges in the world. That is the thing, right? So I know the challenge is there. It's good that you joined ISEC. You need to also identify organizations that are working in the same line. Like today we have SDGs, and then UN is working with the SDGs. US Embassy, actually, Hassan, you can go to the US Embassy with the project. I am pretty sure they are going to be okay with you guys. If you say we want to create ISEC here, we need to teach people English. You just go to embassies, go to UN, go to these big organizations. I think they can support. But before to reach that, you need to know how to learn how to talk to people. You need to learn about marketing, and that's what we are doing. I don't know. Before we continue, right? I know I'm talking too much. Before we continue, do you have any question for me? I take few questions, then I think if I take the questions, I think we will go through I think the call to action and the achievement. So that's it. Do you have any question for me? In this session helpful? Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I have this as more question. So you mentioned about helping people and doing a project and all of this stuff, but I have this one very, very tiny question. So you're living in a country X. The government is corrupted.
Yeah.
The people, they are fighting the government. They don't like the way that the government is working, and they want they want their basic rights, and they want food and water, electricity, all this stuff. Now, let's say we have the UN, we have the SDGs, but we have this other factor. We have the corrupt government. We have this other factor. Now, the people, they want support. Now the UN, they give support, but we also have the corrupt government. Now how will UN support the people, but we also have the middleman, which is the corrupt government? How will the UN or any other entity or body support the people? We also have the middleman, the corrupt government.
Yeah.
which is, the corrupt government, which is the middleman standing as a blockade,
Yeah.
was preventing support from the people. While we know that, the other entities, other party will say, no, these are corrupt government, which is also, the middleman, the corrupt government, and the people. So how can we support the people?
Okay, I get your point. And I think because I have 5 minutes, I'm going to go to what I'm doing right now. I'm going to show a practical example of what I'm doing in my country. I can tell you my country also is a corrupt country. I don't know about the rest of the country. I don't want to talk a lot about it, but I will explain to you. Today, what I decided, when I finish ISEC, when I finish ISEC, so this is me, it's my achievement. When I finish ISEC, I decided no, because there is a lot of corruption in Togo and in Africa, right? I want to change. I want to be able to support. So what I did is I create my own organization. I know ISEC is doing. I know UN also is doing. But there is some part in Togo, some part in Madagascar, in Zambia that people don't look into, right? I'm pretty sure, despite the government, despite the challenge that you have in the government, if you select, let's say what I do in Togo is I choose one area. I see these people are very poor. So what I do here, I don't need government approval to say, hey guys, I'm going to help these people because I'm doing under my organization. I don't know about your country, right? So what I do here is I create my own organization called African Youth Development Solution. We started in Togo, in Madagascar, in Zambia. Basically, the objective is to expand in the whole Africa. In Togo, what we do is we go to the community, we talk to the community, what are the problems that you face? Now we look for different partners. I'm sure if you have a project just to give food and then you don't have a political idea, you just have a project. Hey, I need, let's say, let me talk about dirham. I need 10,000 dirham to be able to feed these people. And you take this project to the UN and then you take this project to government. I'm pretty sure they won't give you 10,000, but they will give you 1,000 dirham. That's all you need, right? So in this, I don't want you to think that the challenge is so big. I want you to start small with 3 people. Start small with 3 people. Then you start. Okay, after 3 people, 10 people. After 10 people, let's say this family. Can I have these families? And then I think slowly by slowly, we will reach there. I know the challenge is there. The challenge is there. But we need to find a way to overcome these challenges. Because I have 5 minutes, I have now 3 minutes. I'm going to wrap this up. You can ask me a question. And actually, with my organization, African Development Solution, we started in Togo. Today, we have a partnership with UNDP in Togo. They fund us with, I think that's 10,000 dirham. So we are developing community by community. We go to the community, we see the problem that they have. We take the problem, we come with the UN team, then we create different projects to solve their problem in their communities. We go back to the community, we get some fund from the UN, we get some fund from the government, the local government, actually, they support us. Then we start creating different projects. We are changing. Today we are changing, like I say, we have changed at least 1,000 people's life. This is something that is good. And in Zambia, we partner with one organization, Create for Purpose. Last week, they went to an orphanage. We give them some money. We just support them with $50. With that $50, they buy rice and stuff. They go to this orphanage. They give them something. And then after that, they educate them. Not give them only, but they educate them like, hey, guys, now you have to do this. Now you need to learn. Then after that, in Madagascar is a very poor country. We are also planning to do some activities there. We don't want to do big stuff, right? But I believe if in a year we can be able to change 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 lives, you'll be able to, this 4,000 also we create different projects and support different people. For the guy in Nigeria, we have a project coming there. Today, we just need to have a little bit impact this year. Then we partner with UN Africa so that we can expand our project. So I know the challenge is there. I have my own today. That's because of ISEC. I'm working now with the ISEC partner DHL. I'm part of the business IT department in the regional office here. So we take care of more than 60 countries in Africa and the Middle East. And when it comes to DHL operations, so that's my base. That's the job that I do. But apart from that, I am a social entrepreneur. I have different projects. You know, I always have projects. I just write them down. I have projects I want to. So I'm the founder of African Youth Development Solution. I'm the CEO of Africa Business Innovation. So business innovation is basically business. So I'm dealing in real estate, transport, which is anything that's business. But African Youth Development Solution is something that I do as organization, as passion to support people. I'm a blogger, I'm a trader, I'm doing trading, I'm also a leader. I have actually a team of, let's say, 20 to 40 people in all the countries that I work with that I lead, like even today, because of their time in West Africa, I'm 4 hours ahead of them. At midnight here, we start my meeting with them, right? Then I finish at 1, so I don't sleep because I know I have a goal. I know I have something to achieve. To wrap up, I know, guys, you guys have a lot of questions, but I don't have a lot of time. To wrap up, guys, this is the call action to you. Today, we are talking about something. We talk about the growth path, the goal, the challenges, what I need to do, and how I'm going to achieve it. And that's what I want you to do. After this session, take time. Take time and think. Today, I always do something every day. Every month is a meeting for myself. So every month, beginning of the month, I close my room, 1 hour. I take my project, my laptop, I think. So I think you need to start doing that. Start doing a meeting with yourself. Do the meeting with yourself this night. After this night comes, what did you learn? What are the goals? What is your vision? What do you want to learn? What do you want to achieve? If the project is big, who am I going to talk to? ISAC members. If you want ideas, please talk to me. You have my Facebook, Silvere Atsou. I will take time, but I will reply to you guys. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to talk to you guys. I don't know if you have a question, but I don't know if I will have maybe 5 minutes. If you have a question, I can answer. If not, I would like to hear from your comments. Have you learned something? Is this good for you? Then I know I haven't failed my session. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Yeah.